Today we're going to use a grid to create an enlarged version of this cartoon face. We want it to be accurate and proportionally correct, so we will use grid lines, and we're going to add those grid lines to our drawing paper as well. We're going to fold the paper exactly the same way the grid lines appear. So I'm going to fold it in half, and that represents that grid line. This is going to go in the opposite direction. And in order to get this grid line, we'll fold the paper halfway down to that middle fold. And for this grid line down here, we'll fold this up. And you might want to draw over those lines just to make them stand out better. You don't need a ruler. Now, in order to transfer our drawing accurately, we're going to label both grids so that they're the same. So at the top of this column, I'm writing an A, and at the top of that one, a B, and the same on here. Down the left-hand side, we'll label with numbers so we're not confused, and we'll do the same with this. And now we're ready to begin. You can begin wherever you want. I find the outside shape to be the easiest place to begin. So I'm going to look at the corner of A1 where this line comes across, the corner of A1. I'm going to start adding that in. I'll look over here on the outside of A, and this line is between 2 and 3. So A, 2 and 3. And this is a little bit between the middle of that line and the edge. So if I figure the middle of that line and the edge, right about here is where this is going to be. I could even draw that middle dash in if I want to kind of plot it. Start trying to make that match. Just going to curve it in and bring it along. It looks like this is out a little bit too much. I'm going to fix that now, but I could always go back and look at that later. I'm going to come on down to the ear here. I think I'm going to find this spot first. Kind of bring that up. And where this ear sort of curves around, it is below that line, below that line. And notice the space there. I'm a little bit close here. I think I'm going to bring that up a little bit. Don't expect your first lines that you draw to be perfectly accurate. We want to kind of continue to improve it as we go. Get this chin line put in again between here and here. This is a little above the middle, so if I go between here and here, this is a little above the middle right about here, so that's where my jaw is going to come down there. This, you can even fold it and say that's the middle there, and that's the middle there. So I know that this is going to start beyond there. And you would just keep continuing on your way. This is pretty close to the edge. My ear on the right bypasses that middle line, different from this ear, which is below it. So note the differences when you're drawing. And you should be able to be finished. With this cartoon, note that the face is mostly a circle. Make sure you don't have it too skinny and tall. We want it to be more rounded like a circle. And keep working on the outside edge. When you finish with that, you want to go back and work on the details, such as the eyes, the nose, the angry teeth mouth. And always compare. Take a look at the whole thing now and see what needs to be improved so that it's a nice, accurate enlargement of the original. I think that's a pretty good start. Now you give it a try.